everybody and welcome back to All the Mod 7 to the Sky. In this episode, we finish up with our bees and get everything here automated. We got all the combs being extracted and centrifuged, and we also get a couple of our final bees that we did want. So, I hope you enjoy. Okay, so today we are going to be working on our bees. The last episode, we got ourselves all of these bees here set up, and since last episode as well, I have been breeding a couple of bees together to try and make some alloy bees. Because the only thing we aren't actually producing with like our farm here is like brass, bronze, electrum, and invar. And probably another few things, but they're the main ones. So I'd like to get all those now set up today and in their own box, and like I'm looking at it here and it doesn't look like we're going to need that many more bees. So these 3 end boxes right here probably could go, and I'm thinking of converting them into the pathogenic insulator rooms for our other seeds in here that we aren't actually growing in our normal farms. So that's what I want to do. So we should be able to put the rest of our bees in here. Like I'll leave the vibranium alloy or vibranium, unobtainium, and allthemodium alone in their own hive. These guys are okay. These guys can have another bee. But yeah, then in the last one here, I'll add the 4 of these guys in here without any issues. And then I'll add all the maximum speed and productivity upgrades as we go along. So, one of the bees that I am struggling to get my hands on, and that is the nickel bee. Now, the nickel bee requires an iron bee and a sweat bee. Now, this sweat bee can only be found in a cold biome. Now, I've just spent the last like 10 minutes trying to fly around and find a cold biome. I thought maybe the Twilight Forest cold areas would work, but no, it doesn't. So I went ahead and started flying around the world, just kind of went all the way south, kind of looped around, couldn't find anything but desert. And then I decided to go all the way up north, trying to find something, because maybe I thought, oh, the world is probably like a actual geographical area, so like the further south you go, the warmer it gets, the further north you get, the colder it gets. Nope, nothing but desert and jungles, plains and forests. And then I was kind of flying this way, and then I was like, oh, I forgot that nature's compass is a thing. Let me try and find a snowy area. Nope, not a single snowy area is within range of this thing here. Snowy beach? No. Snowy taiga? No. There is no snowy area around. So I was just continuing to fly just in case I might come across something, even though I was only here and I knew I wasn't going to find one. Then I decided to look at the beehive because I was like, come on, there has to be something about this hive that allows me. Because it says here, bees native to cold areas are attracted to this nest. Nest must be placed in a cold biome. Then I saw page 2. Turns out in a skyblock, this beehive will work anywhere in the overworld. Why not display this information first? Instead of, that could have saved me 10 minutes of flying around like an idiot trying to find a snowy, cold biome, when I could have just placed it down and saved myself 10 minutes of flying, where I could have spent 10 minutes of messing with the bees. I don't know. I don't know why they couldn't place it underneath there either, but, I mean, it is what it is. So let's get this snowy hive down and get this bee spawn so I can stop dealing with trying to fly around and find some, and actually get these bees up and running. There we go. So all we have to do is use a bit of treat, speed up the hive, grab out our acceleration wand, speed this thing up as well, and then we just have to capture the bee there. Finally, so with a sweat bee now, we need to get ourselves the iron bee, and then we have to go breed these 2 bees together. I think they will both work with some flowers, so if we come down here to an empty room so they don't go into a hive, we should be fine. So you and you. Breed you. Okay, the iron bee doesn't seem to be working. So, no, it does require flowers. So unless I've already accidentally clicked on him. Have I bred you recently without even knowing? Oh, I might have. Okay, so I'm just going to leave the 2 of you sitting there for a moment. And don't kill each other. So while that's happening, let's work on the next things that I want to get going. And that is automation. I want to get all of the combs that these guys are producing extracted out and centrifuged up. And I want to do that using XNet. I think XNet would be the easiest thing to do since it can extract out items and fluids out of the same port, and I want everything extracted out through the bottom. Hopefully I can actually exit everything at the bottom. I didn't actually set up the guide holes for this thing yet, so yeah, I should be able to extract out the bottom here. Nope. Okay, hang on. I didn't realize that was the hole. And get back here. Oh, come on. Get back here too. Okay, so it's actually here. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know where these holes are for the bottoms of the beehives. Oh, you're not going to be able to slip out from the bottom here, no? I hope not. Because I can reach into here. I mean, I guess once the cable's there and I put a facade on the cable, it might stop them from being able to slip out. Okay, so I need to go through underneath every beehive and dig out the center block. So actually, it's probably not that difficult. Like, this should be the center underneath the hive here. Yes, it is. So I just need to keep going along here until I have dug out all of them. So I'll be back once I've done that. Right, with the holes dug out, I didn't break this one here because I still have those 2 bees in there. You're going to take a bit longer to actually produce until you're ready to breed again. So I'll have to wait. So what we need to get now is some connectors so I can actually connect all of the hives together. So how many hives do I have in total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we'll get 6 of them set up. And I'll just need a bunch of this blue cable then. That should be good enough. Right, so if we go underneath and connect each one, we should be able to pull out and extract everything. So hopefully nothing breaks and we're able to do this easy enough. This one, and we'll just leave that connection empty for a moment. And then what we need to do now is actually connect all of these guys. Now, do I actually write it down below or do I get rid of the slab? It doesn't really matter. I think I can get rid of the slab. Actually, no, I probably shouldn't because some things are actually placed on top of the slab. So let's actually just go underneath the slab. Yeah, actually, that would make sense as well because it'll go underneath the end stone, which needs to be placed. And right, that should be them all connected. Now we just need to figure out where we're going to place this controller. Oh, holding shift makes it highlight. Okay. So I guess what we'll do is we'll remove these for the moment. Just move those out of the way. And we'll set the controller up here. Because then we can set up like the breeder here. And then we'll have the centrifuges like placed all around here. Because it doesn't really matter. As long as the centrifuges are placed correctly, we can insert and extract out of them. I don't know if these guys have like a certain like input or output through the bottom or not, but I guess we'll find out. So the only thing we can do is actually place a point on top and actually extract the power from this guy and like send it around through the centrifuge, through the cables for the centrifuges, so we don't have to have extra cables hooked up to all these guys. So we can have one point connected to the centrifuge and insert and extract out of it. So if we do that, actually I need to connect this underneath here first. So, actually, should I center it? You know what? Actually, maybe we'll put this thing actually under the ground here. So what we'll do then is come under here. Make sure our flight is still active. We'll come down here and we'll hook this guy up there. So cable over and then connector. And then what we'll do then is grab another... Actually, no, we'll move this. I want only one connection point on the controller. It'll kind of confuse me if I don't. And we'll run this up through there. Okay? We'll come back up here. And we'll start off by running this up like that. And then we'll have our centrifuges along here. I know this might be a little confusing because I'm all over the place. Because I haven't actually laid out anything yet. So centrifuges, we're probably going to need a few of these now. So centrifuge, let's grab out a couple of these guys now. So I need a few grindstones. Let's grab out a stack of those. And grab out as many. Actually, 6 is probably just the right amount. There we go. And we'll just lay these all out like this. You know what? Actually, give me 3 more. Fill out this entire area here with them. And I need more connectors. There we go. So if we connect each one of these like so, and it doesn't really matter if they're named or not, we're going to have it connect to a controller right here. So yeah, we can put the controller here. That's fine. And we'll just connect that there. And then we'll just run the cable. And then what we can do is have the point connected underneath here, like so. And I think actually this thing doesn't work unless you actually have a cable connected to it. So if we break that there, put the cable there, that connects the power to it. And all we have to do now is go in here and actually create our channel. So it's connected to a block of redstone. Okay, that's weird. Oh, it's probably connected to that block in there. Oh, because it'll be receiving a redstone signal. That'd be why. All right, so we'll start off with XNet items. So create. So what we want to do is each one of these hives, we want to create and tell it to extract, like so. And then the centrifuges here are going to be insert, but they're going to be on a separate channel because these guys aren't only just producing comb, they're producing gene samples, which I have a Pokey Pokey upgrade in here. I don't know if I had this last episode, but I made a Pokey Pokey upgrade because each one of these bees have a certain like DNA productivity. Like this guy here is productivity high. They all seem to be high, but what we can do is actually extract out that sample and add it to different bees. So like maybe the bees in here, like are you high? No, you're a normal productivity. So say I wanted a higher productivity, I could add that gene if we do get one and give it to the bee so he'll produce more. Oops, I didn't actually mean to put the electrum bee in there. I'll have to wait till the morning for you to come out. Those guys should be ready to breed, but we'll get to those now in a moment. I just want to finish setting up this here. So what we can do now then is the incubator. I guess we'll just leave that in the ground here, and that should be fine. So this is going to be our setup now. So if we grab ourselves, I don't know, a chest, and what we're going to do is leave this chest here, and we're going to have a connector on it, okay? And this chest here is going to be an insert. So anything these guys are producing is going to get stored in this chest right here. Then I want this chest to only extract out the comb. So I'm going to have to tell this thing here, let's make a new channel called items. So new channel called item, and this guy now is going to be an extract, but he's going to blacklist honey bottles and gene samples, okay? And what we can do then in here is, so where is it? Gene sample and honey bottles, and we're going to leave off NBT all this matching stuff. Meaning now this guy won't extract out that and try and put it in a centrifuge. Not that I don't think it can anyway. So what we can do then is the centrifuges, we can say insert. And last one, there we go. So each one of these guys now should start getting the combs, no? Okay, it is extracting it, but I don't know which one it's going into. Okay, it's starting over there. We could make this thing go faster by telling it to extract at a stack at a time and reduce the, okay, 10 is the lowest it can go. So this will fill up each one of these guys here, as you can see, with different types of comb, but it will not touch the gene samples or honey bottles. I don't know why it hasn't extracted out those, unless all of them are full with different types of comb already. Okay, they are. So you can see all the comb sitting in there, which is cool. The only thing we need to do now is actually create a power channel, so X net energy, and this cable here is going to extract, and then we're just going to allow the power to be inserted into each one of these centrifuges. So all of these guys now have power and they're all producing up the comb. Now we need to store that in another chest, which will be extracted out into the ME system. So if we just grab out another chest here, and I'm going to stick this chest right here, connector, and then I want to get a importer. So I want to get an import bus. Yes, an import bus, and then some cable. Okay, and that's going to connect this chest here up to the ME system. Now, do I have cable running all the way up this direction? No, I don't. So I'm going to have to continue this cable up this direction. So break that there, ME, import bus, and sure, we'll give it some acceleration upgrades just to make sure it goes quicker. So acceleration upgrades, max those out. There we go. And connect up the cables. There we go. Now, anything that this chest is, or these guys here are producing, will get stored in here. Now, the other thing is they're going to be making liquid honey. Some of them are making honey. The honey is being produced, but it's getting extracted out somewhere. Now, I don't know where it's going, so that's weird. It shouldn't be going anywhere. So I don't know where the honey is going. Unless it actually does have it and it's just bugged out. No, it is definitely disappearing. So where is this honey going? Not that it really matters. I don't really need it. So what we can do then is, oh yeah, we need to have the connector on top of you. And this guy is going to be, I don't know, output. So you're going to be output. And I'm going to call you input. Just so I know what chest is what. So this chest right here, all of these guys now are producing stuff. Now I need to make another channel. I know there's a lot of channels on this, but another item channel, and this chest here is going to be an insert because it's the output, and each one of these guys here are going to be extract. And what I can do then is copy the connector and then just control V each time so I don't have to worry about anything. And actually I just realized something I probably should have changed is the stack mode so that it will extract out all of it in one go. There we go. So everything inside these guys are being extracted out, put into that diamond chest. And now if we go to at productive bees, we should see a lot of like the wax, which is built up in here now, and anything that the bees are producing, like the draconic dust. Now there's a lot of other things that they are producing, like vibranium is going to be making ourselves a nugget. So if we look up vibranium, there's 22 nuggets in there. So if we take those out, we'll see how many nuggets we get out of this. See, just 2 got there, put into the system automatically. So we're good. So there we go. So that's more or less the entire system here automated. The only thing I need to do is add speed upgrades in these guys so that it will produce or process up all of these guys fast enough. So, okay, so it seems what's happening is all the comb is getting pushed around into each other. So I probably need to get like a trash can, a fluid trash can, and dump all the fluids into it, because I don't think I need to store the honey. So if I just throw that trash can there, go in here, make a new channel called xnet fluid, and find the trash can, which is here. You're going to be an insert, and these guys here are going to be an extract. So just copy the connector and then Control V. There we go. So all of the fluids that these guys are producing is automatically getting trashed. I hope I don't actually need the honey that these guys are producing. I don't think so. Like if we look up honey, I know we could use it to make honey bottles or honey treats, but to be honest, I don't really think it's necessary. And if we have to, we can set up a honey essence, and that will produce us honey bottles, and then we can use a fluid encapsulator or a whatever it's called, centrifuging separator, to extract it out. Like if we look in here, it doesn't really have many uses. Molten pig iron, we're not going to need that. So yeah, we don't actually need any of the fluids it's producing. So good. So let's go back to our bees now and finish setting them up with upgrades, and we should be good from there. So, I need my bee cages and flowers back. Gene samples, normal. Okay, it's not in here, but I think I should probably throw as much of these things into this guy as I can. But actually, I'm probably going to need a lot of this comb. So you know what? I'm actually not going to dump it just yet. So I'm going to take the bee cages here, and then I'll need some poppies. Well, we're actually getting low on poppies. I might need to grow a few. In here, and these guys should be ready to go. So you and you should make me nickel now. Perfect. And I don't need the sweat bee anymore. I need the iron again to make the invars. I'm going to let you run. And so I can put this guy, if I just grab out some honey treats. Probably need to go buy some more. Put the treats in there, and the nickel bee can go in there, and the sweat bee can go away. So we need to leave that iron bee reset, and we can go breed him now to make the invar bee. Next up, we'll make ourselves is the zinc bee, which is an iron bee. Oh, okay, so the sweat bee is actually a % chance. So with the iron bee, he can either just make the 2 of those. So we are lucky to get the nickel bee, but it looks like a 50-50 between the zinc bee. So actually, that sweat bee, I need to put him back down and leave him process up again. So you go back in there and reset. I don't know how long the reset timer is. Probably something like 5 minutes. So yeah, I guess we're just going to have to wait. I guess while we're waiting, let's work on making some upgrades here. So 64 upgrade bases. And the one I kind of want the most is speed. So that requires honey blocks. And I have a bunch of comb in here that we can turn into blocks here now. You know what? The ones like unobtainium, vibranium, and aldemodium, I'm actually going to leave in their comb form and throw them in the chest here to produce. So vibranium, unobtainium, aldemodium. Yeah, you guys produce. You know what? Actually, I might actually get this guy to extract out the stuff as well. Maybe should I have set this up slightly different? I don't know, because maybe I should have, like, say, okay, everything go into these guys first with high priority, and anything that's left over can go into this chest, and then these guys can extract out those items into this chest. Maybe I should have done it that way. Give me a moment to see if that would work. Okay, that setup seems to have worked. I've added a drawer here to put glass bottles into, just so that I can, like, keep the beehives filled with bottles, because they do produce honey at the same time. The only thing is I don't have an exporter, so I'm going to have to add an exporter with glass bottles on it. And the glass bottles should constantly recycle, so it shouldn't be a big issue. So we'll just need to come down here, break this and this, and add the cable here, exporter there, grab out a glass bottle so it knows what to export. There we go, and connect the cable, and it should be good to go. Right, so you should be extracting out glass bottles, correct? Well, as long as the number in here is going down, it should be fine. Yeah, it is. Okay, it's just very, very slow. But there should be enough glass bottles in here to keep these beehives filled. So, this guy over here should be ready to go again. So, the nickel bee, I have fully grown up. The electrum bee should be just about fully... Yep, he is. Okay, good. So I need to grab back out my bee cages here. And you know what? All this stuff can just go into the chest, in the system for now. All the gene samples these guys are going to be producing is going to be set up and extracted into here. So let me just quickly run down because I exactly what I just did. So what's happening here is the beehives are extracting, but the centrifuges here have a priority of 1. So it's going to try and insert into the powered centrifuges first, and whatever that can't be put in there will get put into the diamond chest afterwards. Channel 2 is extracting the bottles out of the drawers and inserting them into the hives. Level 3 is just the power, so that's just extracting power out of the cable and putting it into the centrifuges. Should be perfectly fine. Channel 4 is centrifuging, taking out all the stuff that's been centrifuged and storing it in this same chest again to be inserted into the ME system. And then channel 5 is just the fluids that these guys are producing being dumped into the trash can. So there you go. That's how you would set up automation for this guy. So let's come back down here, look up poppies. Oh, that's pipe. Pop. There we go. And let's see if we can get ourselves a zinc bee. Hopefully we can get a zinc bee now, because you're like the only kind of bee I'm missing at the moment. So you and you, please give me the zinc bee. Nope, that's another nickel bee. So I guess I'm waiting again. I guess while we're waiting for those bees to produce, let's actually get some speed upgrades going in these guys here. So you have a productivity, an anti-teleport, and a speed. So if we just replace one of those anti-teleports with another speed, the only reason you need anti-teleport is to stop the ender bee from teleporting around, which I actually don't see him in here because I must have put him back in the system here by accident when I picked him up when he slipped out of the hole. Okay, good. The other thing I probably need to still do is add a facade. So facade, do we have a facade in here? It should be for XNet. There we go. So the only thing I want out of this is some grass blocks and place it on you like this. There we go. Oh wait, no, I accidentally changed it into a dragon egg. Do I have to break this whole cable? Oh, that's annoying. Oh, come on. I should be able to just change it, no? Shift right click it off? Oop. Oh, my. Okay, for some reason my flight stopped working. I think I have my jetpack on. That actually scared me. You're mimicking a... Okay, I need you to mimic a grass block for me. Hang on. Okay, grass block. Okay, this is too fast. Turn down our flight. Probably because I shift right clicked this. Will this... Okay, hang on. Okay, I'm gonna have to break this cable, which is annoying. Oh, okay, it just knocked it all off. Okay, I didn't ruin the cable. Good. So, glass block. There we go. And that's like the only one I need to do it on, just because there's a gap in between the dragon egg and whatever. And the rest should be perfectly fine. Right, so speed upgrades. Let's finish putting those in now. So you've got a pokey. I'll leave you with that. I'm going to give you max speed upgrades, which should make you come out a lot faster. You guys are okay. You should get max speed upgrades as well. Once I have enough productivity stuff built up, I'll add those in instead. But for now, this is what I want. There we go. So you guys will come out really fast. Let's actually see how fast this works. So we'll watch the Oldemodium bee here. So he just went in. How fast do you come out now? Okay, he's still taking a bit of time, but I guess it is quicker than what it would normally be. Yeah, I don't know. It's faster, but I guess it's not... Okay, actually, that was way quicker than it would normally be. So that's actually kind of good. The only thing is you work during the night when all the other bees work during the day. So I'm going to have to change your working environment. But for now, that is exactly what we want. So I'll be back once I have gotten these bees over here to breed me a zinc bee. Okay, I just found a block that might actually save me a lot more time instead of waiting for these guys to reset their cooldown. So if I grab you and you... I didn't realize there was actually a breeding chamber. I thought that was just a block that was displayed in JEI when I was trying to like just breed bees just as like an explanation. Turns out no, it's actually a thing. So if I put this here and just grab it like another point or something just to give it power. So point and stick that there and select the network. The other thing I want then is a gene sorter. I didn't know that was another thing as well. So gene. So in gene index. Now I don't know if this requires power. No, it doesn't. So if that's the case, actually, I want to set this up right here with another connector. And change this one to have also a priority of 1, just so that it will try and insert the genes that the thing produces, and it will, well, of course, try and put all the genes that we have produced in there first. So if we look up gene, we have all of these random ones that are being exported out of the system. They should be stored in here first, and then that way it'll make it easier to find what we were looking for. In terms of the bee breeding, we stick the iron and the sweat bee in here, and we just split the flowers. It says in here we'll get a zinc bee this time, and if we add a cage in here, it should breed them, and it does take a long time, but of course with the power acceleration, we can do it way faster. There we go, we got ourselves a zinc bee. So we take those out, and I don't know if this bee is fully grown, but we'll stick them in here to accelerate the growth. There we go. And now what we can do is breed the zinc with the copper. Now, do I actually have a copper bee? I can't remember. No, I don't. Okay, how do we make the copper bee again? Copper bee is a crystalline and ashy. Okay. So these two bees, stick those in here, and that will make us a tin bee. So I'll have to go through the process. This button doesn't remove. Oh, wait, I just keep changing it? Is that what it says? Remove and put bee back. Hey, aluminium. Okay, so we just go until we find copper. There we go. So the only thing is we don't have enough flowers, though. Do we have any dandelions? We have plenty of dandelions. All right, we'll work with these. So dandelions in, and we should get ourselves a copper bee now. And boom, copper bee. So we can take those out now, and we need to accelerate the growth of the copper bee. I need more treats. There we go. So copper with zinc, and so zinc is here. So these two together, that should make ourselves our brass bee. Perfect. So we got ourselves a brass bee. So we can put these guys away. I don't know if I want these guys growing. I think we're producing enough of those resources anyway, so we'll put those away. So brass, we'll just put the completed bees in here first. So ashy and crystalline. I don't think I need you two anymore. Iron and nickel now. So we'll stick the iron and the nickel bee in here, and that should make us Invar. Perfect. Now we'll just accelerate the growth on you. Perfect. So Invar is done. We'll stick this in here. We already have the Electrum bee, so we'll stick this in here as well. I don't think you're actually fully grown up, are you? No, you're not. There we go. So that's that in there. So we got Electrum, Invar, and brass. The only one we're missing now is bronze, which is copper and tin. Now, I think I'll put the copper bee away. So copper, and what was it? Tin? Yes, tin. So tin bee. Let's grab out the tin bee wherever you are. There you are. We don't need the sweat bee anymore, and put these two in here. Oh, I still had these guys going. So you in there, and that in there, and off you go. Perfect. So we got bronze, and we can put all of these guys away now. We don't need them anymore. So stick you in there. I need more treats. Damn, these treats go through. We go through these treats very quickly. And there we go. So we got ourselves our bronze bee. There we go. So that's all of the 4 bees that we wanted. So now if we look up hive, we need to grab out ourselves an advanced hive, a hive extender, called expansion box. Yeah, expansion box. Now we need a connector, because we do need to connect the beehive to the system now. So just grab a regular blue connector, and there we go. Now we just go put down this hive, put our bees down, and we're also going to have to see what they produce on, which is a block of each material. So electrum, I don't have enough electrum, so I'm going to have to go make some electrum. I'll get the blocks in a moment. I just want to get these hives set up. So we'll just break a hole here. There we go, and we'll stick the connector there. So advanced hive on top, expansion box, and now we just need some cable, and we'll go underground and connect this now. There we go. And then we'll just go over here and connect everything in with the controller here. So this beehive, which is here, you're going to extract, and that's it. That's all we have to set on that. Changes the stack in as well. So perfect. So that beehive is ready to go. Now I just need to go ahead and grab all the blocks that the bees are going to need. So BRB, will I get those? Right, there we go. We have all the 4 different type of blocks. So we'll just come over here and put them down and let the bees run. So we'll have brass there, bronze at the back, Invar on the side, and electrum in the front. There we go. And then all we have to do is put our 4 bees down. So bronze, electrum, Invar, and brass. Oh, did the brass one not fully grow up? Oh, you still work. You'll grow up over time. It's fine. I thought I did grow him up. I guess I forgot to do that. Anyway, do we have any of those speed upgrades left over? We have 1. Okay, I need like 3 more. And we'll just add those in the hives in here, and that will make them come out really fast. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell the controller here to insert bottles into it. Insert a bottle. There we go. And that will insert bottles into that beehive. Perfect. So there we go. Everything here is pretty much all completely set up and automated. Now, over time, we will produce a lot more gene samples. Hopefully none actually did go into the system here. They did. Okay. So they're not going where I want them to. So I guess I'll have to blacklist them. So blacklist gene samples and don't match the NPT data. So hopefully it won't actually put them into this chest and put them in here first. So yeah, that's pretty much it then. So I guess next episode, what will we do next episode? Maybe we'll start working on mechanism. Because we can get this area down here set up and start producing antimatter, because antimatter is like one of the main things we're going to need for like this stuff here, the pulsating black hole, and we need a good bit of antimatter set up. So I think we might look into setting up mechanism reactors now next episode. Unless we actually go through FTB industrial contraptions, it would be a lot easier. It just requires like canning machines and uranium and cells. We'll see. We'll decide what to do. So I'm going to end it there. Hope you all enjoyed. And if you did, don't forget that like button, subscribe if you're new, and hit that notification bell while you're at it then as well. So without any further ado, goodbye.